Well, I can say it again. What did you want recorded?
No, I'm just
Hey,
saying
Fuck, am I the only one here tonight?
for now, it just
Oh,
hit
okay.
5 o'clock. Marcia's got, or not Marcia. Oh my God. What's her name?
Martha.
Martha. She's got a church thing tonight, so she's gonna watch the rerun. No, but you know how many, I liked what you were saying about the commitment to walking. And I loved what you said. I don't know how that happened. Well, the first thing is your commitment is you're showing up every Tuesday night.
This is true, and thank you. So are you.
Yes.
Because if you weren't, I wouldn't be.
Well, you know what? I made a commitment to all of you guys. I'm on phase 1. I'm letting my hair grow. And you know how long it takes, here's my pigtail, and how long it takes my hair to get it down to probably the middle of my neck is how long it's going to take off 30 pounds. Now, I don't have to lose 30 pounds, but whatever, I'm tightening up, I'm getting myself ready for the, you know, I had a surgery last year that kept me in a reclining chair for like 6 weeks. So I didn't exercise. You know, I was in a place where I was eating okay, you know, I know how to eat, but my body wasn't limber, it wasn't strong. And I hated the way I felt because I had to be so dormant. And then my feet, I had the same thing with my feet. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, you know, I gotta walk, I gotta get out there and walk. But then I had to go to the hospital and find out what the heck's happening to me. And it was plantar fasciitis. You don't get over that in a day, you don't get over that in a week. Sometimes you don't get over that for like 2-3 months.
Right.
And then but you know, where there's a will, there's a way. So I did everything in my power to find what I had to do to get back to doing what I needed to do. Hi, Margie.
Hi.
So hi, Idris.
Hi there.
Who's area code 309?
It's Luann Berry again.
Oh, hi,
Luann.
Luann. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Let me sit down. Juanita just.
Oh gosh, Cheryl, you're funny.
Juanita. So my point is, I liked what you were saying, Michelle, that I don't know how this happened. How it happened was you continued to come every Tuesday. And of course I had to, you know, beat you over the head with walking. Walk, no, I haven't walked, but you know, the weather, you know, my feet. I have feet problems too. So I had to get to a podiatrist. I had to find out what's this about, you know, and then I'm saying, well, you know, what am I gonna, he had to shoot my heel with cortisone. It was that bad. I had to I walk with a cane. And I'm like, this is not happening. So he says, it'll be okay. You won't see me anymore after this. I go, how do you know? He goes, because I have it too. Podiatrist has plantar fasciitis. Who knew? So then I go to my hand surgeon because from playing guitar for so many years, for so long, and typing, and my hands, I'm always doing something with my hands. I get like a trigger finger, so I have to go to this hand guy. And he goes, hey, how have you been? What's going on? And I said, you really want to know? He goes, yeah, you know, because I hadn't seen him in a while. I go, okay, sit down. I said, I got plantar fasciitis, and it just really cramped my style. And he goes like this. He goes, I go, what? And he says, I got it too. I'm like,
what's going on out there?
It took a long time for plantar fasciitis. He's a surgeon, and happens to people who stand. And I was standing while I was doing my computers. As a guitarist, I was always standing, 6 hours back to back, 6 days a week, standing, and on real thick heels. And then of course, when I got into doing Manatech and Flush Your Fat and all that stuff, I wound up getting myself into standing in front of the computer instead of sitting. I'm sitting now, but I really like to stand from time to time, but I was standing for hours at a time. Finally got a rug in there to kind of make it softer, but who knew? Then the thing that really did it was last Christmas when I thought, I'm just gonna do up the house big. Nobody's helping me, I might as well do it. So up and down the ladders, doing this, putting pressure on my feet and the fascia on the bottom of my foot. And that created a snowstorm. So that could have been a great excuse. Oh, my feet hurt, I'm not gonna walk. But your feet hurt too. So what made
I started,
walking?
what's that?
What made you start to, you're what, 16 days now?
13. 13 days in a row.
Okay, who would ever think of Michelle doing that?
I don't know what, well, the first day was actually prior to this 13-day run. I started it like a few days before that. And it was really just because it was a beautiful day out and I had been inside working all day. And so I needed to just be outside for a little bit. And I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna take a walk. I'm just gonna do it. And so I did it and I timed my walk and realized that, this walk would be a really good walk to do and that it was exactly 30 minutes. So I was just gonna do it. And then I didn't do it on Monday and I didn't do it on Tuesday and I didn't do it on Wednesday. And that's typical of me. So then on Thursday, I did do it. I didn't do it in the morning because that was a storm day. So I did it after work, just in time for the storm to start when I got back. And I don't know, like I said, I'm just taking it one day at a time. And I truly, I mean, honestly, it sounds silly, but it's by the grace of God that I am getting up every day and doing this because I'm just taking it one day at a time. And I can feel a difference. So that also is helping to motivate me to do it every day. But
That was my next question. What do you, because yes, it is by the grace of God, because you needed God to help you do this.
I did.
I know, because we humans, we find a way to sabotage ourselves all the time. But when it's divine intervention, it's hard to argue. So with you, 13 days straight of walking, you got to be noticing that your buttocks is tighter, your legs are stronger, you're getting your lymphatic system going and your cardiovascular is going. All of that is helping flush everything out and moving your system through. What else are you noticing?
Well, I mean, my girlfriends that come in for lunch every week, they did just say to me today, oh my God, you look like you're losing weight. Your pants are all baggy. And I said, yeah, but not baggy enough for me to get down to the next size yet.
Yeah.
But, I do notice my pants.
Would have been good enough because you're on a roll. Yeah, you're like disappointed. Yes, I want my hair down to here for now. By the way, after that.
Oh, by the way, I can relate to the hair thing. I can relate to the hair thing because like now that I have a short cut, it's like unruly right now and I need to get it cut. But I think your hair looks great.
This is the grow out stage and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I told you guys when we first started, I'm not going to cut my hair because we're going to go to January 1st and we're going to see what's, how long, because that's how people want to lose weight like yesterday. And I do too. That's why this is safe, rapid fat loss. But you can still only, for women, 2 to 3 pounds of adipose tissue a week. For guys, sometimes 3 to 4. And it's you get discouraged if you wake up and you look at yourself or I don't know if my clothes are loose or whatever. Your people are looking at you.
Well, I noticed like, I can notice when I turn to the side, like, I mean, I definitely notice, it's definitely, I have lost something, but, I can see in my back and like my hips that, it is coming off there. Um, but I also noticed that, I don't have as much like crickety pain in my knees when I go up and down the stairs anymore,
You're
you
lubricating,
know,
we,
what's that?
you're lubricating them. We have synovic fluid. Synovic, I can't even think today. I had so much going on. Synovial fluid. And we have fluids in our joints and things like this. But
Mhm.
if you're sediment or you're not moving yourself around, that's why when I work with people that are 400, 500, 600 pounds, they can't get up and walk around the block like that. So we have to find a way to get them to do in bed. They've got to do their movements, things like this. They've got to get their knees and their legs up. And then if they're in a walker, they've got to be able to walk. But then when they stand, they got to move their knees up. There's other exercises that you do when you're morbidly obese, but you
Right.
have to do them or you're going to get stiff. And that's when it's really a problem, because then it's aches and pains and you don't want to move at all. So
Mhm.
you're finding you're more fluid. You're finding that aren't you better on your feet? You're stronger.
Mhm.
Yeah. How about your appetite?
Um, I don't know. I always have a good appetite.
But are you not craving anything, right?
No.
You've been off sugar for how long now?
Oh, I don't even know.
You haven't had starch for how long?
I don't even know.
Well, when did we start with the,
Oh, but I wasn't eating sugar and starch. It's been years.
okay.
Like, even though I wasn't like working the plan properly, what I was not doing properly was I wasn't eating often enough. I wasn't taking my supplements right,
That was your,
doing that kind of thing, but I was not eating bad stuff.
okay, good.
Well, the only thing that I've probably done is had wine, but I haven't done that since, I don't know, definitely since we, made our commitment
Right.
to, I mean, I could probably figure it out if I thought about it hard enough, but
Okay, so no wine for you.
I'm thinking about no wine for me.
So
And let me tell you, now, I gotta tell you though, I was at my voice teacher's house, maybe it was last Sunday, I think. We went to a show at his house. And after the show, he always brings out, like he gets these amazing desserts from this Italian deli, these pastries from this Italian place. And and he always has wine out. And someone has been, he doesn't always have like the greatest wine, so it's like no big deal to not have any. But somebody has been bringing him bottles of really good red wines, and that's what they were having. And I was helping them open it, to serve to people. And I smelled one of them and I was like, oh man, this is the one I'd be having. But I didn't have it. Like it was enough just to smell it.
and
And then,
I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people, they go, oh my God, I really want that dessert. I really want that food. I really want this. Okay, well, don't eat it, just smell it. That really helps a lot, because
yeah,
it does. And people go, oh no, I can't. Yes, it's like licorice. Licorice does not have a taste. If you eat licorice, I love black licorice.
oh, I hate it.
Yeah,
Well, I like it when it's Sambuca, but
but it's a love-hate relationship. So if you take a bite of black licorice and you pinch your nose, you can't taste anything. So
wow.
the only way you can taste licorice is if you smell it. And so there's a couple of foods just like that. But when you want a certain food, like if I'm out somewhere, or my daughter goes, Mom, try this, whatever. And I go, oh my God, that looks so good. Let me smell it. And it's like, what? I go, yeah, let me smell. big whiff. And I go, wow. And it's like, it's almost the sensation of tasting it, but you're not. It does trigger the feeling in the brain that I've had that. And my weakness is marzipan, especially in the holidays. Ugh, I'm a marzipan freak. And I just have to smell it, you know. I'm gonna have to get through all these holidays with you guys till January 1st. And by January 1st, you guys' lives are gonna be totally so greatly improved. Walking, strengthening up your ligaments, your joints, you know, being even your posture is going to be much better. You're going to start losing weight. Women lose from the face on down. So if your boobs go a little bit, don't blame me. But the men, you know, they lose kind of like the midsection, and men don't really have a lot down at the bottom, but they do bottom on up. So really, what you just said is to smell it. You got through, and didn't you feel like you were in control?
Oh, totally. And even the guy that was like, there was another guy that was actually, you know, like opening and pouring and stuff. And he was like, oh, you know, I said, oh my God, that smells really good. I bet that, you know, it's really good. And I told him, you know, I said that, you know, I'm in boot camp and I'm not you know, drinking anything. And so he said, oh, you know, like, I mean, just a little bit wouldn't hurt. I said, no. I said, I'm not having anything at least until January 1st. I said, and even then I probably won't. But he was like, wow. He says, I really admire your willpower or whatever he said. I don't know.
Yeah, you know,
and I really didn't need it. I mean, honestly, smelling it, it was a good wine, but I really didn't want it. I actually I ate some fruit because it had been long enough after my protein. So I ate a bunch of fruit and made that my second serving of fruit that day, so that then I went home and ate dinner. So
the guy said, I really admire you for that tenacity, for that, you know, commitment.
mm-hmm.
So many people can't make commitments. And, you know, as our world gets older and our people change through many different things, the word commitment just becomes wishy-washy. So when they meet someone that's like, no, I'm committed, it's like, wow, it's shocking, but it's inspirational. And that, when you say that, no, I'm not, now it's really even hardened in stone. I'm not doing it. Your consciousness, your soul, your mind. When I started Flesh Your Fat for Good, you know, you guys know the story. You probably read the book. It was like, oh, hell no, what happened to me? And at that moment, I never, ever wanted to feel that way again. Like I had to start all over and lose weight again. You know, this yo-yo stuff that everybody goes through. It's very dangerous on the body, hard on the heart. It really messes you up. And at the point of losing control and just being a slave to sugar and starch and all different kinds of junk food, when you go into phase 2, you learn how to manage that. And, you know, so it's not the rest of your life, you can't eat a Reese bar, you know, but after a while, when I went a straight 5 years, and then the holidays came and I was on phase 2, and I ate some of the food that I used to love. It didn't do it. It didn't taste the same. So, Idris, are you on the magnesium?
Yeah, I'm on it now.
Good. Are you noticing?
And I got the GLA and CLA finally too.
That a girl. That's awesome. Are you noticing less cravings for the chocolate?
I think a little bit, but haven't been on it long enough.
Okay. And with your chocolate, is it dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
Yeah. Is it like the lowest of sugar you can find?
I don't know about that.
Read the content, because You can get some really, really good cacao. Cacao. It's a dark chocolate, but it's a cacao. It's from a different part of the chocolate bean, and it's actually a seed. But you might be able to taper yourself off for cacao, not cocoa, but cacao. And we see this a lot when people are deficient with magnesium. And you might want to double up for a short period of time and then taper it back down. But it's a deficiency, and people start to crave chocolate like crazy. And it is a craving for chocolate, isn't it, Idris?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So how we doing, Margie?
Pretty good. I'm walking a lot more. I'm making sure I'm doing that every day.
Good, because Michelle's watching you.
Yes. She's my inspiration.
I know, man. One day I was thinking, I posted the last session we did with her face. So right when she was thinking she wasn't gonna walk, there she was. And then I was thinking, and then you wrote something like, oh man, you did that, and now I got it. And then I was thinking, oh my God, I'm tired. I got to take the dogs out and walk them and stuff. Maybe I'll miss today. And sure enough, I saw that post what Michelle said, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Right. Yeah.
We're shame basing each other. Shame basing is
It's good.
what up, Juanita? You're on mute. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like your hair.
Oh, do you now? That's
Yeah.
whatever. Sticking up.
No, it looks cute. It's like a kind of a French tomboy.
A French tomboy. Okay, that's what I'm going to tell him. This is a French cowboy. Tomboy, not cowboy.
You got some cowlicks there, and they look real cute. They're spunky.
Uh-huh. Hey.
Okay, so how are you? No, talk to us. How are you eating?
I'm eating better. Today was not good. I just ate a little while ago. But I'm better being 2 fruits in and 2 lattes.
Wow, 2 fruits.
I like the lattes, so I don't miss latte.
I know, me neither.
I know that's yesterday was a long day for me, long day for what I had to do. And so I had my fruit like 8 o'clock at night. That was my second serving. And then I know I got 20, 30 minutes and I go boom, right into the latte. And I do not miss it because I know it really gets the bowels going, and it really takes up that, if you have any desire for sweets at all, fruit is such a great replacement. So you find yourself improving and eating better?
Yes, I am. Today just wasn't one of them days, but most days I'm back on eating like I should be.
Okay.
Exercise, not. My massage therapist is working on my toes. He taped them today, so tomorrow the dogs and I will see if we can start walking.
What did you say, your toes?
My toes, they're turning.
Oh, got it.
And so he's taped them to see if he can help straighten them. It's just a little bit. I can see it. And I don't want to wait till they're completely sideways before I decide to do something. They don't hurt because whatever I have, I don't feel a lot of pain in my feet and hands, whatever it is.
Does it throw your balance off a little?
No, I have really good balance.
So when
No, my friends are klutzes and I can fall down over nothing. I'm blessed. I don't have that.
okay,
Does
Fortunately.
it hurt when you walk because they're turned?
Nope, it doesn't. No.
so
Manatech, the whatever I had, they were really painful and my hands were painful. As long as I take enough Amber Toast, I do not have any pain at all.
yeah, because your cortisol is your you know, what releases your pain from your adrenals. You know, if you don't have your,
I take a lot of sport and bounce back.
Yeah,
and
all
I
of-
take a lot of
I've
all
been
of it.
doing the sport too. I don't know why I stopped doing that, but I've been taking the sport too, you know, more so now since I've been walking. But the
Sport-
reason why my feet usually hurt is because like I got toes that rub together and then they form like a callus in between them. So that's why they hurt, like to walk on them, you know, but I put little cushions in between them now. And
so you do what you have to do to get where you want to
Right.
go. But
Right.
I think, and the corticosteroid.
operating on my feet isn't an option, you know.
Oh,
So.
I know, I get it. With your adrenals, you release your corticosteroids, which are your anti-inflammatory properties. So what supports your endocrine system?
It's plus.
And sport.
Yeah, and
Sport
sport.
goes down a different pathway, but it is for anti-inflammatory. That's why they say take sport before and after. And then, of course, the bounce back for anybody that uses the bounce back. There are other phytosterol products. I have not found anything better, and I've taken them, which is Plus. The one guy that originally developed the phytosterol product before it was called Plus, you can't get that anymore. And it was the same thing from the Diascorea bullosa. It is a brilliant product. And that was Manitech's first product. That's why, I mean, they hit the road running, and that was, it's just my daughter is 8 months pregnant. She's due next month, and she's constantly stealing my Plus. She comes over, how's it going, Mom? What's going on? Can you watch the baby? She opens up the account. Okay, oh, Plus, okay. Get your own Plus. You have your own account. Right here, I have to have it. I can't wait for it to be delivered. Okay, whatever. So, you know, she's 27. She's been doing this since she was a couple, maybe 4 years ago. She's just, that's it. Plus, I told her, I said, you could, you know, make a whole business out of Plus, for God's sake. But the Ambrotose as well. I mean, that's, you can't, now Ambrotose is more important for us all more than ever. So Luann, what's going on?
Yes,
How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. And I'm so proud of myself. I was a sugarholic all my life, and for me, I am really, really, really good now, thanks to you.
Wow, that's, you know, when you say sugarholic, I know all about that because I used to, in my days of dancing and playing guitar and
Yeah.
all over the place, we would, after the gig, go get a dozen of the buttermilk donuts at Dunkin'
Mhm.
Donuts. And then, you know, we'd eat those and then we'd go back and get more. And sugar was just bad for me. But so you really feel like you've gotten yourself cured from this addiction of sugar.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna care.
Pretty much. Just a while back, I forget what it was. Oh, golly, I know what it was. It was a chocolate chip cheesecake. And
That'll do
I
it.
was with my grandson from Texas and his wife, and I just ate the whole darn thing. But that's the first time I've done anything like that for I couldn't tell you how long.
That
really
girl
important.
ate the whole thing. You know what? That was probably the last time you ever did that.
I don't know, but that was the first time, and I've not done that. Of course, that was only like 3 or 4 weeks ago. But
Oh,
anyway, for me, I feel really good about that. Now, walking, nope, I'm really bad at that. But I got to brag on what I'm really good at. Okay.
Well, you know what? Listen, I honor that, and I think it's great. And you should always have your enzymes with you, because when you're doing
Mhm.
something that damaging to your gallbladder, then you should really have some enzymes before you decide to destroy your liver and gallbladder. But I always keep it in my purse. And why are you not good at walking?
Well, I tell you what, I used to be really, really good. And when the pandemic came along, you know, we had to stay home longer. I just kind of quit going out and doing stuff. And shame on me. It's what it is. There's nobody's fault but my own.
Yeah, you don't want what they've done to us to infringe on your health.
Yeah, and as you probably know, my 100-year-old friend, gosh, for about 5 years, I took her everywhere, did everything. She was in a wheelchair, and I was lifting that in and out of the car and rolling her all over, and she passed away. And of course, I'm not doing that. And she'd always say, I'm so sorry you have to lift that doggone wheelchair. And I said, but you don't know it. I'm getting my exercise. And I really meant that. I really
Oh,
was.
that's right. You were exactly. You were lifting. You were walking her
Mhm.
around, and
Hmm.
so now you have to. You can't let that go, Luann.
No, I know it. If anybody knew it, I know it. But I've not done it. So I just have to have that be part of my regimen every day.
So nobody thought Michelle was going to do 13 days straight.
Right. Gosh darn, that's good.
Michelle didn't think so.
You have to really be inspired by what you're hearing, because how much weight do you think you have to lose, Luann?
Well, tell you the truth, I lost 40 pounds. Took me 2 years to do 10 pounds on my own. And then on your program, I lost 30 pounds in really short time. And I've not been on the scales for, I could not tell you how long.
Yeah, we don't care about that. How are your clothes feeling?
The pants are getting a little bit, I'm getting a little bit fluffy. And so the pants are getting a little bit, uh-oh, girl, you bet. And I don't think I'm changing my eating stuff. It's just not getting the exercise. That's what it is, I think.
Okay,
Mhm.
So where do you live?
Where do I live?
Uh-huh.
In Illinois.
So how's the
Illinois.
weather? How is the weather for walking there?
It's been perfect. Really, I hate to tell you that, but it's been
Okay,
perfect.
Then you have no excuse, baby doll.
No, none whatsoever. I just smack my butt every day for not doing it, to be very truthful about it.
Okay, you don't
Or
want
I
us,
should.
you don't want us to come over and smack your butt. So
No, I don't. I know you could do it.
I have no problem. I can get out here, girl. So Luann, that's your new mission in life. Because
Yeah, it truly is. Mhm.
your lovely girlfriend that passed away at 100, and
Uh-huh.
we don't want this pandemic, whatever you want to call it. We don't want that to affect our health.
Well, and it's outdoors, Heck, fire,
We're
why
in
what's the
charge.
problem?
We're in charge of our bodies, period.
There
End
you
of
go.
story. It's
Yeah.
very, very important. We're born alone, we die alone, except I'm a twin. But trust me, she's a crazy twin. And we were born together, but we're so different in so many ways that it really led me to believe that I was born. Just because I'm a twin doesn't mean that we're exactly alike. And
Right.
when we lay down and take our last breath, we have to look at the fact as to what did we do for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want somebody else to be in charge of ourselves. I mean, that's
No, and I
what.
go ahead.
No, I want to hear.
No, I was just going to say, I just lives in Illinois too. She doesn't live close to me. I've pretty much got the chocolate underhand, but I don't have the exercise underhand. And she's got the walking down to a T, and she's got a little bit of the chocolate. So see, we're alike in different ways. You know
Now
what
you
I'm
can
saying?
help each other. She can go on magnesium and you can start walking.
Yeah, that's right.
I do have a question about magnesium.
Yes.
I started taking magnesium a while back when Dr. Nugent said we probably all needed more. And I got the kind he said. And do you know that made me so mean?
Did you
And I
go-
know
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
Why did it make you mean?
I was mad all the time and I could feel myself like this. I don't need magnesium, evidently.
Right, you don't. So
Ooh, it was bad. I didn't go to town because it wouldn't have been good. Somebody could have looked at me cross-eyed and to jump down on it.
Gee whiz.
Well, you would have been a good person to walk down alleys with, but there's certain things that when the body is out of balance, that's the way the body tells you. Happy, healthy body, healthy mind. If your body is out of balance, something's wrong. You're going to be sad, depressed, angry, irritable, confused. There's a lot of things going on. That's why with Flesh Your Fat for Good, it's about balance. We're not the carnivore diet where you just eat meat. We're not the keto diet where you don't have fruit or other things. We're not the Pritikin. We're not the Atkins. Now, Flesh Your Fat for Good is just common sense, and it's a biochemistry and physiology. When Dr. Nugent was saying that, he wasn't saying every single one of you people have to be on magnesium. He was just saying, probably we need a lot more magnesium in our life. However, if that's the case, you don't take the supplement, you only take with what's missing in your diet. And for you, probably your diet has a lot of magnesium in it. So you
Must, because I stopped and I wasn't mean. I was mean.
well, keep it on hand, just
Oh, so I can be mean again?
just in case we need you to fight for us. Yeah. But no, that's true. And some people that we had a long time ago, we had a dear friend that decided all he was going to do is eat red meat. That's it. Red meat, red meat, red meat, red meat. It cost him his marriage because it made him so aggressive, so irritable, so angry. And when you understand, Manatech started with the, remember the profiles, profile 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
That was brilliant because people, and I've told you guys this a lot, but it goes along with this conversation. If you give a Eskimo diet to the Hindu, you will kill him. If you give the Hindu diet to the Eskimo, you're going to kill him. And so you are what you eat. It's because if you're not balanced with your foods, having, who just said, was it Idris? You said you finally got your two, no, Juanita, you said you got your 2 servings of fruit a day, right? How are your bowels? Are they better?
They're good. They're better.
See, what goes in has to come out, babe. So the fact is that fruit, which is the gift from God, from our trees and our branches and things like this, it's not a joke. When God put all this fruit on the planet for us, it wasn't just to look pretty. It's there for us to be able to ingest and make our bodies become better and better all the time. Luann, your girlfriend, your dear friend lived to 100.
Yes,
And
100.5.
God bless her. And Kirk Douglas just died at 103. It's possible to even go to, okay, what's everybody's number? We go through this all the time. Everybody knows mine. What is it?
111.
111.
You guys are great. Who's going past the triple digits?
Past the triple
Yeah.
digits?
Yeah, 100. Who's living past 100?
Oh, I'll live past 100.
Margie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're full of piss and vinegar, Juanita. We know that. You just keep taking that magnesium. No, the fact is that if we keep nutrifying, and that's a real word, we keep nutrifying our bodies, we keep walking and making ourselves stronger, and we keep our lymphatic system going, our cardiovascular system going. It's like taking care of a car. If you don't pay attention to what needs to be done for that car, the car is going to break down. And that's just a matter of fact. So how we take care of our body is the same way. We have to nutrify everything. You know, it's weird. I changed my dog over to a raw food diet. So I have to go, you know, about 20 minutes out of my way every 2 months to meet up with this company that comes down the coast of California, and it's off a farm, and they'll take turkeys and chickens and chop it all up and put it in little bags and frozen. They'll do duck and turkey. They'll do pork and beef and all this. Well, greyhounds are from Egypt, and they're my dog, greyhounds. So they don't, you know, you don't give them fish. There's not like fish in Egypt. And there's a lot of poultry in Egypt. So turkey and chicken is good for them. And it's just all raw turkey and chicken, all put together in mush. And I'll see the entrails, I'll see the valves, I'll see some hearts, I'll see some different things in the body, that all of that, when I mix it up into the dog food, I'm thinking, this is amazing, because every time I feed the dog, I'm thinking, I have that in me too. You have valves, you've got, you know, heart valves, you got, you know, your veins, you've got all different kinds of joints and things in our bodies that we need to pay attention to. And they all need to be fed. That's why digestion, absorption, and elimination, if you're digesting all that you're eating, and if what you're eating is extremely healthy, your cruciferous vegetables, your God-given fruit, this is all low glycemic on boot camp now, but your lean, clean meats, and you're eating all of that. Now, if you digest that and it goes into your small intestine, that's where you're going to absorb all those nutrients. That's why we need the digestive enzymes to help all that stuff get chewed up. But then before we go to bed at night, we need our probiotics. Why? Because the probiotics are sitting right there in the small intestines, the upper jejunum, and that's where all the chewed up food is going. Those little guys are going to suck the nutrients out of the food you just ate. And then it's going to drive it all over the bloodstream, everywhere to go. Wherever there's a vein, wherever it's down to your toes, up into your brain, all over your body, then that's all the nutrition that you eat is going to be taken all over the body to fill, to build, repair, maintain the integrity of your bone, blood, tissue, and organs and hormones and everything. So when you continue to feed yourself right, then you walk your body, you really start to notice the change by the second week. I think, don't you, Michelle? You started noticing by the second week. First week, you know, you're just doing it because you have to, because I don't want to hear from Jackie anymore. But then the second week is like, I'm not as sore. I'm a little more limber. I don't have that creak in my knee. There's certain things that are improving with me. If you didn't walk and didn't eat right, do you think your knees would be getting better or worse?
Worse.
Oh, very worse.
100%. So who's going to do that for you? It's like the holidays. Who's going to give me a cute Christmas tree with lights? You know, nobody's going to do that for me. I have to do it for myself. So the same thing with everything else. Who is going to take care of our bodies? Do we all live in luxury where people can bring our supplements to us and our cran flush and our fruit and make Jackie's chicken salad or a grilled salmon with veggies and mushrooms and all kinds of stuff? Do you guys have somebody that does that for you every day?
No,
Not yet.
Not yet. Let me know, okay?
I will.
So,
Cool.
but you know, this is my point. You guys are becoming very inspirational. You know, I post this after every time we do a session, and I put it back into the Facebook room, and a lot of people watch it, and they're watching you guys from when we started, from Juanita saying, nope, I didn't do it, and probably won't, till now. The last time, I think it was last week or the week before, I said, so what are you going to do when somebody wants to force you to eat something you don't want to eat? What did you say?
I said, I'm not eating that. And I don't eat it.
Yep. And the word
It was
is,
a choice. It was easy to blame her, but it was a choice I was making. It wasn't her fault. It was
No.
mine.
absolutely. Absolutely. And your word was no. Let me think about it.
You need
No.
to take magnesium before you go out with that.
I'll get you. But I need to get in that cabinet. I just now discovered that cabinet that's behind you. I have one of those in my garage.
I have a few little toys in there.
I'll bet you do. Mine's full.
And yeah, I live in California. What do you expect? So the thing is, when you guys, every week, people are listening to Luann and Idris, they're watching Margie and Michelle and Juanita, they're seeing the changes in you guys. And that to me is awesome. It's more important to me that you guys are, oh, my dogs. Hold on 1 minute. It's more important to me that you guys are staying committed every Tuesday. Now, I know Martha's not here. She texted me and she felt bad. She says she's going to watch. So we can all say, hi, Martha.
Hi, Martha.
We miss you. But she's doing great too. You guys are being able, and you can go back and watch yourselves from when we really started this. Well, we started this before the summer, and then I had to take a break because I had to move, my life into another place. And then we just started back up, what, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago? It was September, wasn't it?
September,
Yeah,
a month ago.
a month ago, got it. But you can see yourselves every week. You guys are looking different. I get to see you all at once, except Idris. You get Idris and Luann. You guys have to get cameras so we can see you.
Idris does have a camera because we've seen her once in a while. She just chooses, I think, not to show us.
Oh,
You got it.
See?
well, when you want to show us,
Yeah.
we'd love to see you. But the thing is, you guys your lives are improving and your faces are changing because I see your faces. I see how you're talking. I see how you are more alert and with more commitment. I see you guys taking a hold of your lives, and that's important. I'm telling you, you do not want to go to a doctor and all of a sudden you get this big surprise. And you want to be prepared. You don't want, and then you don't want to think, oh well, I wished I had taken care of myself. I wished I had done this. I wished I had done that. No, we're not living like that. We're taking care of ourselves now. And that's what God wants. We're born alone, we die alone, and we are in charge all the way in between all of that. So
I have a question
Yeah.
about fruit, about grapes. When we started in the summer, you said to eat the grapes separate, and I don't remember why.
oh, what you can eat the grapes with other low glycemic fruits, but the red grapes, I always promote the red grapes because of the
Red grapes.
resveratrol. But it's so good for your gut, what is in the grapes, that it's best if you eat it alone. And you can throw grapes in with a few other things, but they don't really mix well with certain other fruits. So I've always said, eat the grapes alone. Get a nice big bowl and eat the red grapes alone. If you find that you've got some chopped up apples, apples and grapes will be fine. But when you eat the grapes all by itself, all of that is going in and really, it's great for the flora of your gut.
I'm so
I have a
glad to hear
question.
you say that because I crave those red grapes.
Yeah, who's that, Luann?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it's so good for the flora of your gut. And you've got to get them organic though. Do not eat
Yeah. Right.
always because of the pesticides. The thinner the skin,
Yeah.
the more dangerous for us. So if it's real thick skin and you can't get organic, then, you know, that's okay. But all the thin skin fruits and vegetables have got to be organic.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
I mean, that thick skin stuff. That's really. Oh, Jackie, I'm really sorry, but I have another call and I got to go to the bathroom and then it'll be time for my call. So.
Okay, thank you, Luann.
The facts, woman.
Start walking.
All right. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I
Hey,
wanted to ask you, if we forget to take the probiotic at night, should we take it the next day when we remember in the morning or in the mid-afternoon or whatever, or should we just wait and just do it at night?
where do you keep your probiotic?
They're in a jar in my kitchen.
Put it by
It
your
wa-
bed.
it was no better. They were by my bed for 2 years. And I didn't take
Well, that makes sense.
them.
Put them on your pillow.
I mean, sometimes, well, maybe I should put it on my pillow.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you know,
serious.
it's funny.
Before your
It's
head,
funny how
what? Who's talking? Margie?
no, it's just, you know, like when I was taking those antibiotics because I had Lyme,
Yeah,
I was really, really conscientious about taking the probiotic like all the
Yes.
time.
absolutely.
And now it's like, you know, it's kind of like, well, okay, I'm walking.
You know what that's called, right?
I don't know.
Lazy.
I think it's just called airhead.
No, it's just like, I
You
don't
brush your teeth? You brush your teeth
Yeah.
each night?
Yeah.
Right, put it right there on top of your toothpaste. I had a lady that I had her put her Ambertos on her
Yeah.
toothpaste. And it got her to use an Ambertos.
That's
Hmm.
good. Good for you. I have my probiotic right by my bed, and I always have like you know, the Voss bottles we have, there's like the real smaller Voss bottle. So I fill that up with water, and it's always by my bed with the probiotics right in the little drawer right by my bed. I know to hit before my head hits that pillow. I don't want to miss out on it. And you can't miss out on the probiotics because that's what gives you your energy. Because those little buggers are the ones that extract the nutrients from the foods. So and the more nutrients you get from the foods, the more energy you have, so the more fat you lose. It's all intertwined. But the probiotics, just like the enzymes, and when we're out to dinner, I have to take enzymes with me in a little Ziploc bag because everybody in my family, after we've eaten or before we eat, they're all saying, did you bring your enzymes? Did you bring your enzymes? Do you have any enzymes? I'm like the bag lady, you know, I have to bring all this stuff. So, but I know I have to do that because they're gonna forget. But I don't want to forget, like walking. I don't want to walk, but I have to. Sometimes I love it. I can't wait to get out. Yesterday I got out and there was thunderstorms and I saw lightning. I thought, oh, good Lord, they're gonna find me on the bridle path, you know. But it's real important that, and you guys are really showing your strength and you're showing your love for yourself. And that's what's important. So the probiotic is one of the most important pills you can take. Just put it right by your bed. It's like when I had to tape enzymes onto my hand because I kept forgetting to take enzymes before my protein meal. So as I'm cooking the chicken and whatever, and I'm looking and go, oh my gosh, I better take that. You do what you have to do to get where you want to go, right? So January 1st is going to be a big day for us. And look at how fast time is flying. We're October 5th today.
Yikes.
And we all have to go through Halloween, don't we? So Idris, watch that chocolate.
Yes, ma'am.
I have another call, guys, so I'll see you, I'll see you next, maybe not next week, 'cause I think I'm gone. So I'm going to Big Texan this weekend, so pray for me. I can make good choices there too.
You will make
Texan
great.
is that one
Yeah.
that has the 72-ounce steak.
Whoa.
I'm not buying that.
I would take your enzymes for that.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye, Juanita. She's looking good.
We can have steak once in a while, can't we?
Yeah. What's your blood type?
I forget. I only found out recently and I forget. Maybe it's A, did I tell you?
I may, and red meat's not really good for us, but every once in a while, there's certain things in red meat we crave, like the iron, the enzymes.
Yeah.
If you,
I don't really know. I'm gonna have to look and see what my blood type is.
yeah, every once.
I do enjoy a good steak once in a while, but yeah, I don't need it often. I just,
My daughter made a huge, oh God, what is it? Because I don't eat it. It's, I guess a pot roast, where we got a big, huge chunk of meat and she put it in this thing.
Yeah.
It's got a timer on it with I bought it for her and I can't even remember the name of it. And
slow cooker.
yeah, exactly. And so within a short period of time, this wonderful meat and it just falls off the bone. And she puts in, this is the one thing I want to tell you guys before we go, but she puts in those pepperoncinis. You know what those are? Little pepperoncinis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it was so good. And I said, I don't usually, it smells so good. And I was thinking, it smells good, it tastes good, it's protein. And we had vegetables with it. I go, I'm going to chow on this. I'm going to chow down. I took my enzymes and it was great. I'm not a big meat eater because I'm type A blood and it just doesn't work good with me. But every once in a while, I feel my body needs that. So, and I can tell after I eat it. So that's why you have to pay attention to your body. How do I feel after I eat this? That's how I started figuring out years ago, how come I have a headache? How come I don't feel good? Oh, it's coming in the back of my neck. What's wrong? Oh, let's see, you just had a bunch of starch and sugar. And after a while, you start noticing how you feel after what you eat. So I couldn't do that meat regularly all the time, but every once in a while. And a steak, I just watched some guy make a steak in a waffle maker. You put a bunch of butter in the bottom of the waffle maker, and then he put butter on top and it was all melting. Then he put a steak on the waffle maker itself. He put butter on top and he put the lid back down on it. And he kept talking and pushing it down and everything. And he said, this is the way you can make a perfect steak. And I thought, this makes me feel like I want to go buy a waffle maker. But anyway, I was going to tell you, you guys know that the thing that I make all the time, the turkey taco, it's the sliced turkey and you put mayo on it, little cayenne pepper, sprinkle some salt on it, put your vegetables in there somewhere, your goat cheese and some salad. And I thought, you know what? I've got these great pepperoncini peppers and they're from Sprouts. There's Trader Joe's has them as well. No sugar, it's very good. And it's just sort of like a pickle. And so I took the top off and put that in the turkey little thing, and oh my God,
Mhm.
that's just like a game changer. So you might want to add some of those
I
pepperoncinis.
love that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
those are good. So it's 6 o'clock, you guys. You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you all. And we'll see whoever shows up next Tuesday, but keep it up. You guys are doing great. Well,
Thank you.
bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.